Hey everyone, welcome to another Dim Sum Thursday. Today I'm making Chinese fried shrimp balls, or in my native Cantonese language it is Jia Ha Yun. So my fried shrimp ball recipe is based on the style that you will see in the New York City Chinese dim sum restaurants. Fried shrimp balls are the next dim sum item that I always order right after I order siu mai. So this is a really simple recipe to make. There's not a lot of ingredients involved, but it requires a little bit of work, so let's get going. Okay, so what I have here is about 1 kilogram of large prawns. Now, I recommend getting large prawns only because if you have the small ones, it's not going to taste as good. The larger shrimps have a better, meatier texture, especially when I turn them into a shrimp paste. So remember, get large shrimp, not the small ones. Okay, now even though I have 1 kilogram of shrimp inside this bowl, most of this is heads and tails, and obviously we don't eat the heads and tails. So once I take off the heads and deshell all these shrimp, I'm going to be left with at least about half a kilogram of shrimp, so about 1 pound of shrimp total, which will make about 8 to 10 fried shrimp balls that are about the size of like large chicken eggs. And the next ingredient I have here is pig fat. I have about 40 grams. Now pig fat doesn't need any introduction. Pig fat always goes great with shrimp no matter what happens, because shrimp can get kind of dry, and the pork fat is going to help the shrimp stay more moist, especially during frying. I mean, pork and shrimp is like a classic combination, and both goes very well together, sort of like peanut butter and jelly. Okay, and here's another main ingredient. We have water chestnut. In my Cantonese language, it is chi gu. These came from a can which has sugar syrup in it. If you find the same, I recommend rinsing it and trying to rub off the sugar as much as possible. The water chestnut will give the fried shrimp balls a nice little crunchy texture when you bite into it. And later on, I'm going to show you how to season the fried shrimp balls. But first things first, I got to clean the shrimp. So it's time to get your hands dirty. Okay, so this is very important. You have to clean the shrimp. This is called deveining. What you do is you take a knife, you run it down the back of the spine, and then you just pull out whatever nasty bits that you find behind it. Don't be lazy, don't skip this part. Shrimp eat a lot of nasty stuff, so you want to take out as much of the poop as possible. Okay, so this step I was taught to do. Shrimp, they're very dirty, so you gotta wash it. I added 2 teaspoons of salt into this bowl of shrimp, and now I'm gonna rub it into the shrimp with some cold tap water. You're gonna see that the water is gonna turn very murky. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to rub off all the grit and the slime from the shrimp, and I'm gonna rinse and repeat for at least 4 to 5 times until the water is not as dirty. Okay, doesn't that look much better now? The shrimp looks clean, the water looks clean, so it's all good. Right now I'm going to drain the shrimp, and I'm just going to let the shrimp sit inside the strainer for a few minutes while I go dice up the pork fat and the water chestnut. Alright, so now it's time to turn my attention back to the shrimp. Now shrimp, they're like a sponge. They absorb a lot of water. So I've lined my cutting board with some paper towels. You can use a regular towel if you want. The point is to try and remove as much excess water as you can from the shrimp so that you have a full concentration of shrimp flavor. Don't be afraid to put some pressure on the shrimp. I mean, you're not going to hurt it after all. Okay, so I'm gonna show you a Chinese technique here. It's a flatten and mince. Basically what flattening does is it helps tenderize the meat, but while I'm flattening it, I'm also gonna make it a lot easier for me to mince it up later on. Okay, that's about done. I've been mincing for about 4 to 5 minutes. You just don't want to see any big discernible pieces of shrimp. The consistency should be very paste-like. So this is done. I'm just going to put it in a bowl and I'm going to add all the other ingredients, including some seasonings. Okay, to the shrimp paste, I'm adding 2 strong dashes of ground white pepper. And here's 2 teaspoons of light soy sauce. And this is 2 teaspoons of sugar, half a teaspoon of pure sesame oil, and 1 teaspoon of sweet MSG. Alright, now it's time to mix everything up. Okay, so now it's time to get your hands dirty and start mixing. I'm going to mix in 2 phases. This is the first phase where I already added in all the seasonings. And then the second phase, I'm going to add in the pork fat and the water chestnut. Each phase, I'm going to mix for about 3 minutes. Right here, I'm just adding in a tablespoon of cornflour, or in the USA, it's cornstarch. I should have added in the cornflour earlier on when I was adding in all the other seasoning ingredients, but it's never too late. So add in cornflour and just mix again very well. So just give it a good mix, use your fingers and run through all of the ingredients. This will ensure that you're mixing it properly. And remember, each phase of mixing should just take about 3 minutes. It is not necessary to mix any much longer because there is such a thing as over mixing. Okay, so now it's time to toss in the water chestnuts and the pig fat. So this is the second phase of mixing, so just mix it for 3 minutes. And remember, at this phase, you don't want to mix any longer because you don't want the pig fat to melt into the mixture, as well as not over mixing. Okay, so after 3 minutes of mixing, pick up all the ingredients and slam it into the bowl. No, this is not a joke. This is an actual Chinese cooking technique. Chinese chefs and cooks do this to meat paste because they want to knock out the air and sort of compress all the ingredients together. And the Chinese word dap actually comes from the sound that it makes when you're slamming the ingredients into a surface. Just do this for about 5 times and it should be enough. Okay, so now that all of your ingredients are properly dapped and mixed, it is time to put the ingredients into the refrigerator because the colder that the ingredients are, the easier it will be for you to shape them into balls. Since my kitchen is very warm, I'm going to leave my mixture in my refrigerator for at least 2 hours. Okay, so get ready. 2 tablespoons of corn flour or cornstarch is to put a coating onto the fried shrimp balls. It'll give it a nice little outside texture. And just roll the shrimp paste into about the size of 1 chicken egg. As I mentioned earlier on, this recipe should yield about 8 to 10 fried shrimp balls. So take the shrimp meat and just gently roll it into the corn flour. While you're rolling the shrimp meat into balls, just gently squeeze the ingredients into a ball shape. Okay, time to set up a pot of hot oil. You want your oil to be at around 150 degrees Celsius or about 302 degrees Fahrenheit. You don't want your oil to be too hot because we're going to double fry this. Frying the fried shrimp balls twice will make the outer coating more crispy and more tasty. I'm just going to fry in 2 batches because I don't want to put everything inside and drop the oil temperature too low. So I'm just going to fry 2 batches at a time. And I'm going to fry for about 2 minutes. Gently move the shrimp balls around just to make sure that they're not sticking to each other. For the first fry, the shrimp balls should have a light golden color. Wait for the oil to get back up to 150 degrees Celsius before you add in the second batch. Okay, now it's time to fry my shrimp balls again. Remember, frying your shrimp balls twice will give the shrimp balls a nice little outer crunchy texture. So I'm going to wait for the oil to get back up to temperature, and then I'm going to increase the heat just slightly because I'm only going to be cooking these for about 30 to 40 seconds. And I'm just going to put all the shrimp balls in at one time. Alright, about 40 seconds has passed. I'm taking a look at my fried shrimp balls and they have turned one shade darker. It's like a golden brown now, so it's ready. So I'm going to take it all out and start plating it. And there you go, everybody. A fried shrimp ball recipe that any dim sum restaurant will be proud to have of. It tastes just exactly like my favorite dim sum restaurants. And as you can see, it is so easy to make. The time you spend is worth it. Trust me, if you love this recipe, try it out. Thank you again for joining me on another Dim Sum Thursday. I'll see you all again next Thursday. I'm not sure what I'm making yet, but I promise you I'll try to make it as awesome as possible. Thanks for watching, take care, and if you like this video, give it a like and share it with your friends. So I hope to see you all again next time. Take care and goodbye.